Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kane, and if you are new here, thank you for joining us today. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you can get notified every time I post a new video. So guys, you're looking in my eyes right now, I bet, and wondering what the heck is going on. But honestly, you probably read the title, so you already know. Guys, today we are going to be doing 4 looks with the 39L Hit the Lights palette. Guys, this palette is gorgeous. I'm so excited for this palette because 4 YouTubers collabed together with Morphe to create the palette inside this box. And this palette is gorgeous. This palette literally has something for like everybody. Like if you want to do bright colors, you got your bright colors. If you want to do like more glam, they've got the glam. If you want to do like a more smoky eye, they got the smoky eyes. Like this palette has everything for somebody who would like to do any looks or just anything, guys. And guys, one of my favorite YouTubers is one of the 4 people who worked together to create this palette. So guys, so excited for this palette. Guys, please make sure you leave a big thumbs up on this video and comment down below if you guys have seen this palette yet, or if you have this palette, if you've tried this palette, and let me know if you guys like the video where I do like 4 different looks with one palette, because maybe I could start that, like doing a series type thing of this when I have a new palette, like 4 looks with one palette, or maybe I won't do 4 looks, but maybe like 2 looks with one palette, and I'll do each eye a different look. Or let me know down below if you don't like me doing each eye differently and you'd rather me see me do my whole face one look and then again a whole face of another look. Guys, it's all up to you what you like. I'm creating this stuff for you guys to watch and enjoy because I love doing all of it. So guys, thank you so much for joining me on today's video. I hope you guys will stick around and watch the whole thing because it's pretty interesting. And also, this is going to be a voiceover video, guys. I have never done a voiceover before, so if it's not the best, I'm so sorry. Guys, it just would have been such a long video. Like, when I say such a long video, I'm not even kidding. If I had to do, like, sit here and explain to you guys what I was doing for each eye, because like, when I do the videos by themselves, I literally only do one eye. And I go off camera to do the other eye. So imagine if I did this eye and then this eye, took it all off, put my whole face back on, and then did this eye and this eye again. This would be like a 3-hour long video, guys. So to shorten everything down, I just did my eye looks and I'm going to do a voiceover over it, and I'm going to cut out like all the blending and just tell you guys what I'm doing because we don't want a 3-hour long video. No, 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 we don't. So guys, if you would like to see how I got these looks on my eyes and a couple of other looks, then guys, please make sure you're subscribed and just keep on watching. Alright guys, so I'm just grabbing my JS6 brush, and with that we are going to be dipping into the color Hot Stuff. So with that, we're just going to pack that into the crease. I'm going to use like dabbing and side to side motions to get the color where I want it. And I'm not going to worry about blending right now because I'm going to blend it out when we put in the next color. So this is going to act as kind of like our darkish transition shade. So once we have the color built up nice and dark how we want it, we're going to take Daring, which is a lighter of the red shades, and we're going to use that on an M506 right here to blend it out. So this is going to kind of give us this nice gradient effect. So the Hot Stuff that I put into my crease is not the darkest shade we're going to use. We're going to use another shade darker, but I just wanted to make sure that these 2 shades blended really nicely together. So that's why I did it this way. So I'm not really liking the way this M506 is blending the colors out. It's a little too small. So I'm going to go back into that JS6 brush and dip back into the Daring shade. And I'm going to use that to blend out these 2 colors. So I'm using Daring to blend out the harsh line on Hot Stuff, and this is what it looks like, all nice and blended out. I think these colors are definitely complementing each other very well. I'm just making sure that I didn't take off too much of that Hot Stuff shade while I was blending. Just going ahead and putting a little bit more back in there so that you can still see that color once I add the darker shade over that. So we're then going to go ahead and grab another M506, and with that dip into Severe Looks. Now that's the darkest of the three shades that we're using, and we're going to go ahead and just start building our crease up with that, and we're going to kind of pull this out a little bit further than where the corner of our eye stops. We're going to kind of make this out into like a point. Kind of like if you do a winged liner, you have the point on the end. We're going to kind of point this out and build this up to a nice dark crease to add some dimension to our eyes. So as you can see, we have that dark Severe Looks, nice and like just popping our eyes. It's very dark, but it also has that red undertone to it, so it blends very well with the other colors. And even with it not blended out yet, I still think it looks phenomenal together. So we're just going to keep blending this Severe Looks color out because we want everything to kind of just flow together. We want everything to be nice and seamless and just all fit nicely into each other. So we have everything nice and blended out how we like it. There's no harsh lines left. This is what we are looking with right now. It's looking very good. I think I'm definitely liking this look. So then we're going to go ahead and we are going to use our M124, and we're going to try and put a little bit of the So Sassy shade on the corner of our eyes. So here we are using that So Sassy, I can't even say it today. So sassy, and I didn't like the way the brush was working, so then I'm just going to use my fingers, and that's when I realized that the shade wasn't as bright as I thought it was going to be, so it wasn't showing up that well. So then I went ahead and I dipped into Extra Attitude with my finger, and I'm just placing that on the inner corner to the outer, like, first 2/3 of my eye, I would say. I'm not pulling it all the way out, but I am going to cover most of my eyelid with it. I wanted to leave a little bit of that darker shade in the outer corner so that everything could kind of blend together smoothly. So this shade was going on very nicely, but I just wanted to have a little bit of an extra like oomph to it. So I went ahead and I took my M124 brush and I spritzed it with my MAC Fix Plus, and with that I went ahead and I dipped back into Extra Attitude, and I used that to kind of just go over everything so that it was nice and bright and it had a lot of glitter and sparkle in it, and just everything kind of melted together and looked good. So we went back and just made sure that everything is nice and blended. We didn't want to have any like sparkles where there wasn't supposed to be sparkles, and just made sure that everything was nice and seamless. That's definitely like one of the things that I always make sure I go back and do, is make sure I have everything blended and everything just kind of flows and goes together. So then we went ahead and grabbed a little pencil brush, our M431, and with that we went ahead and we dipped into Hot Stuff, and we just started pulling that along the bottom lash line. So we're going to kind of do the same effect as we did on the top with the darkest shade, and then the next darkest, and then the next darkest. Wait, that made no sense. We're going to go from dark to lightest. There we go. So I'm just pulling that along the bottom waterline, making everything kind of flow up into that like outer point on the top. So then we're going to go ahead and grab our next darkest shade, Severe Looks, and just kind of blend everything together. And actually, I'm wrong. We're going to now dip into Severe Looks and put that along the bottom line. So we just want to make sure that everything kind of pulls up into that top. So we have the outer point and we're just kind of connecting that in the outer corner of the eye and pulling everything through to the inside. So then I am dipping into the color Magic Hour, which is the highlighter in the middle of the palette, and putting that on the inner corner of my eye so that we can have a nice inner corner highlight. So that gives us a nice little shimmer, and it's a little bit lighter than the color on our eye so that it will stand out a little bit more than the color that we put on our eye. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and throw on some liner and some lashes now, and we will be right back to see the final look. So guys, this is our final look. I threw on my Pure lashes. These are the Pure Pro eyelashes in the style Bombshell. And so this is the look I created from the first creator's shades in the palette. This is the shades by Bianca Loves Makeup 91. That is her handle. You can go ahead and follow her on YouTube. I absolutely love how this look came out, and I hope you guys liked it too and enjoyed watching this. So get ready for the next look, guys. I'm super excited for this one. Alright guys, so starting out on the other eye now, we are grabbing the JS6 again. So I used my color switcher, what is kind of like a plastic sponge that you take the color off with. So it's clean. And I'm dipping into my type, and I'm going to just pack that into my crease now. So it's like a very pale brown. So I'm just going to do the same thing like in the last look, patting and back and forth motions to get it all blended out. This is going to act as our transition shade across the whole crease and up almost to the brow bone. So then once that is nice and spread out, we are going to take the same brush but clean it off, and we are going to go ahead and dip into Hookup now, which is a little bit of a darker brown, and we're going to just start building that into the crease. So this is going to just kind of darken up our crease a little bit, so we're not going to pull this shade up as high as we did the My Type, but we're still going to make sure it darkens up our crease and gives us a lot of dimension and a little bit more shape to our eye. So then we are going to go ahead and dip into or use the M506 to dip into Makeout Sesh, which is a dark brown. And with that, we are going to just go back into the crease again, and we're going to kind of do the same back and forth motions, but this time we're pulling it out into a little like point in the corner as we did on the other eye. Even though we have two different colors going on in the eyes, one's a pink look, one's a like brown look, we're still going to keep them the same style. So we're going to pull it out into a point as well. So just going back and forth in that dark Makeout Sesh shade. So once that's nice and blended out, we're going to go back to our JS6 and just make sure that everything is nice and seamless, no harsh lines. And we're going to also do the same on the top, pull all the colors up and make sure everything is nice and blended well. So we're going to go ahead and grab our M506 again, and this time we're going to dip into Obsessive, which is the black shade, and we're going to start packing that onto the outer corner. We're going to kind of make this into our little V shape, so this is going to kind of act like a little fake wing type thing. So we're just gonna keep blending that into the lid. So blacks are very hard to work with, I have to say. I always have trouble with black because I go and I just take way too much and slap it on. So I'm just taking a little bit at a time and working it around, building it up so that I don't go overboard from the start and end up screwing myself. So we're just going to go ahead and make sure that the black is blended into the dark brown. The dark brown is nice and blended into my type, which is a very light, almost tan shade. And I'm just going to make sure that everything is nice and seamless and that we have no lines. Everything blends smoothly and we have like a nice gradient going on. So I'm then taking the color called Vibing. It's this very shimmery white shade. And I'm just putting that onto my brow bone as a brow bone highlight. It's a very gorgeous like white shimmer with almost like a gold reflex in it. So I'm then taking a very little brush. This is my JS12, and I'm dipping into my type and I'm just blending that out underneath my bottom lash line, making sure that everything is nice and smooth and blended. We don't want it to be like a harsh line under the eye. We want it to be nice and blended out and seamless. So I'm then taking an M124 and dipping into Love Bomb. That is like this super gold, I mean not gold, sorry, silver like shimmery shade. It's literally a pressed glitter. It's not even like a shimmer shade. It's a pressed glitter. And that is what we are placing onto the lid. So I'm just going in with a little bit of black now to kind of fill in the outer corner because I want the shimmer shade to pretty much blend into the black nice and seamlessly. I don't want it to be like a line where you see the black and then you see the shimmer end. I want the shimmer to go from like super like opaque to kind of fade out, if that kind of makes any sense with what I'm trying to say. So that is what I'm doing here, is just packing those pressed shimmers into, why do I call them shimmers? The pressed glitter into the eye. Now here I'm taking a nice little M431 and the black obsessive shade, and I'm just keeping that as close to my waterline as I possibly can because I don't want it to make it look like I have a black eye. So I'm just keeping it super close and spreading it under the eye. So guys, this is what we have. I'm going to quickly throw on some liner and some lashes and we are going to see how it looks. So guys, this is what we came up with today. I'm absolutely loving this like glam, full glam with the glitter and everything look. So this is our look. We came up with the Xthuyle part of the palette, so you guys can go follow her on YouTube at Xthuyle. So it's Xthuyle. She is honestly one of my favorite YouTubers, and like the whole reason why I even bought this palette. I absolutely love her, and her accent is literally just amazing. Her videos make me die laughing. I absolutely love them. You guys for sure should go check her out. It's at Xthuyle. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we're on to the next look. So we are starting out with our M433, and we are going to be dipping into the color Feeling It. So this is going to act as our transition shade in the crease. Now guys, this corner of the palette I had the most trouble with because every single shade except one of them are all shimmer shades. So in my crease, to get a transition shade, I literally had to blend this color so much to blend the shimmer out and just leave the pigment behind. So you'll see as we go on, I dip my brush into the color and then I literally knock it off. So everything falls off and there's barely anything on my brush. And then I use that to blend. So it took forever to blend this out into a nice color and gradient. So here you can see I blended it out as much as I can. And now we are dipping into Rhythm, which is the same thing, a shimmer shade, and we had to blend our life away to literally blend the shimmer out of the shade and just leave the pigment. This look by far was probably the hardest one to do because I don't like shimmers in my crease, so I had to blend, 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 blend all night long. So once we have that rhythm kind of built up, we're just going in with a clean M433 and just kind of blending out the edges a little bit. We want a nice smooth gradient, and I kind of wanted to leave a little bit of my white concealer under the brow. So we're grabbing our M506 now, and finally we are going to be dipping into the only shade in the palette that is not a shimmer. This is the No Regrets shade. It's a nice, like, burgundy-ish red color, and that is going to act to darken up our crease and kind of create some shape and dimension. I feel like I have said that for every single one of these looks so far, but this is just kind of like my go-to easy look that doesn't take forever to do. So we're just placing that color in the crease, and then we're going to go in with our M433 again and just kind of blend it out so that everything is nice and smooth. That's honestly what took so long for this one look, was just the amount of blending that I had to do was completely insane. I don't think I've ever blended a look so much before, but it came out absolutely amazing. So now I'm grabbing my JS12, which I completely forgot to show you what brush I'm using, and you will see that in 1 second. And there we go, the JS12. So with that, I'm just dipping into the same color, No Regrets, but I'm just using a little bit of a bigger fluffy brush to kind of pack a little bit more color in. I wanted it very, very dark in the outer corner, and then I wanted to pull it in and blend it out. So this brush is just a little bit bigger to do that with. So we went ahead back to our M433 and just started blending again. That's literally just back and forth, placing pigment, blending it out, placing the pigment, blending it out. It's the whole point of this whole look, was blending, blending, blending. Took forever. So I can't really decide which one of these shimmer shades I want to put on my lid, and I decided to go with pretty much both of them, except the like purpley one. So I'm just spritzing my M124 brush with my MAC Fix Plus, and we are dipping into the Rhythm shade. So that is the same shade that I blended the shimmer out of in my crease, but this time we want to keep the shimmer in, and that's almost exactly the same as the No Regrets color, just with a shimmer. So I went ahead and I popped that onto the outer corner where that darker shade is. So I'm now going ahead and dipping into the shade Chaos. It's a very pretty, like, green shade, but it has like gold glitter reflex in it. So it's super, super pretty. And I'm putting that on the middle of my eye. So I'm not pulling that all the way to the inner corner. I'm just kind of blending that into the rhythm and into the middle, because I am then going to go ahead and put another one right on my inner corner. So this shade was actually a little bit harder to blend in than I thought it was going to be. I don't know why. I kind of thought that all these shimmer shades would just blend so smoothly together because they were so easy to blend in my crease, even though it took so much blending. But guys, I couldn't find a little brush, so I literally just grabbed that random one. It doesn't even have a name or anything on it. I don't even know where I got it from. But I just used that to dip into Live It Up. That's a nice gold yellow shade, and that is what we're going to be putting in the inner part of the lid, because it's going to give us this nice, like, kind of pop of color, but not too sudden. Too sudden. What's the word? Not too subtle. Is it subtle? Not too subtle. I don't know. You guys understand what I'm trying to say. It's just this nice kind of darker color. so that we don't have something like a bright, like I didn't want to put a neon yellow in there, but I did want a nice little pop of color. So that color was also kind of hard to blend in with the rest of the colors. I don't know why, like for some reason I was really expecting these to blend super easily, but I had a lot of trouble kind of getting the glitters to kind of like mesh together like seamlessly, but in the end we made it all work out perfectly. So here's me trying to close one eye and open the other to see the lid. And I'm just going ahead now and trying to blend these colors together as best as I possibly can. Like I said, it was pretty hard, but I'm just going one color at a time and trying to. So now I'm going back in with the No Regrets on my M506, and I'm just kind of like darkening that crease back up. So I'm kind of just putting a little bit of the color back in there. Kind of like when I cut my crease, I go back into the pencil brush to kind of just define that line. Almost doing the same thing, but I didn't cut the crease this time. So here we are grabbing the little pencil brush, that's our M431. And with that, we are going to dip into Euphoric, and that was that purple shade, that shimmery purple shade that I wasn't sure if I wanted to put on my lid or not. So we're just putting that onto the brow bone to give us kind of like a nice highlight and like shimmer under the brow. So we're going to go ahead now and we're going to grab our oh my god, I froze for a second. Our M506. I couldn't think of what it was called. And so we're dipping into now our Feeling It, and we're just going to blend slowly and carefully because we don't want it to turn into the shimmer, and we want to blend all the color nice and seamlessly without making it shimmery. So guys, literally, like I'm going to say this a million times, this was by far the most like blending I've ever had to do. So I'm going to go ahead and with just with my pinky, and we are putting Euphoric, the color that's in our brow bone highlight, onto the inner corner. Thought this was just such a pretty shade, and I really wanted it in this look somewhere, but I couldn't quite figure out where I wanted to put it. So guys, this is now the finished eye look. I'm going to go ahead and throw on some eyeliner and some lashes, and we will be right back to see the final look, guys. Alright guys, so here's our look that we created using the corner of the palette, which was created by Keely DHMUA. That is her YouTube handle, so you can go look her up. It's KEILIDHMUA, and that's YouTube. So guys, this look I actually really ended up liking. I was kind of nervous because I was trying to blend out those shimmer shades in the crease so much, because this whole corner is literally all shimmer except for one color, which is a very dark red color. So it was extremely hard to actually do this look, but in the end I'm absolutely loving the way it came out. And again, these are my pure lashes in the style Bombshell. Love these ones. And I hope you guys enjoyed this look. And now we are on to the final creator's colors. I hope you guys are enjoying this video so far. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and continue watching. So we're starting out here with our JS6, and we're dipping into the color 2AM. It's a yellow neon shade in the palette. This is the last curator's color scheme. And I'm just blending it into my crease, and this is where I realized that this is nothing near as neon and pigmented as it looks in the pan. The pan looks like a highlighter. It doesn't look like that on my eye. So I then decide I'm going to go ahead in with my JS9 brush, and I'm going to use that instead to just kind of put the yellow all over my crease and then pull it up to my brow. Since this isn't as like neon-y of a color and as bright as I thought it was, I can kind of just be a little sloppy with this because it's not going to really get all over. So I am then going back to my JS6, and I am going to be dipping into Out Late This is the like neon green color, and that is going to go into my crease. So I'm not going to pull that all the way out to the lid. I'm going to keep that in my crease, going back and forth and dabbing motions and just building it up to get it as bright as I possibly can. So once it's as bright as I possibly can get it, I'm going to grab my M506 and use that to just blend out that green into the yellow. I don't want the harsh line, even though green and yellow are not going to kind of blend together. I can blend it into a nice fade so that they don't just look so like boxed on top. So after I blended out, I realized this yellow just pretty much wipes right off. So I had to go back in and add a little bit more yellow back up there, because once you start blending, the yellow goes from being yellowish to being almost like gone. It's not nearly as vibrant as I thought they were going to be, but it still worked out at the end. So I went back in with a little bit of the green to kind of create a wing look in the outer corner. I wasn't going to go with this at first, but I decided to kind of match it up with the other side like I did before. So let's do a little wing. So I'm just pulling the color over onto my lid now because I decided I am going to do a cut crease, but I'm only going to do maybe like a 2/3 of the way cut crease. I'm not going to go all the way out with it. I'm going to only do about the first like 2/3 of my eyelid. So I just want to have that green there so that the color that we end up putting on our lid can kind of transition nicely into the green, and we don't have any like weird lines or anything going on. So now I'm going to start cutting my crease. I used my Shape Tape concealer to do that, but as I started to cut my crease, I couldn't figure out what angle to hold it, and I ended up choosing the angle that you can't see anything. So by the time I realized the cut crease was almost completely done, so that's where we're at now. We have the crease cut using our Shape Tape, and now we are grabbing our M124 and we are dipping into the shade Ghosted. It's this nice shimmery, almost with like a blue like color shift to it, so it's kind of like a white glitter with like a blue shift type thing. I don't know, it's just very pretty. So that's what we're going to be placing on top of the lid. Now I made the mistake of setting my lid, so this like Ghosted shade really didn't want to stick. Definitely had to go over it quite a few times. So I'm going back to my JS6 and just kind of blending the two shades together. I didn't want a harsh line where the glitter kind of ended. So now I'm going in with my M431 and I'm taking the 2AM yellow and the Outlate, the green, and just kind of doing the bottom lash line. So now I'm going to go ahead and throw on my liner and lashes and we'll see the final look. So here we are, guys. This is the final look. I kept this one a little simple I just used my ColourPop mascara, the yellow shade, because I figured it kind of went with this look. I did a nice little wing, and then I put a green eyeliner in my bottom lash line. So this look is created by Vic Maram. That is at VICMRAM on YouTube. You can go ahead and check out his account. So guys, this was the last look from this palette. I absolutely loved doing these 4 looks. I hope you all enjoyed it. And now let's get on to my final thoughts of this palette and just everything else about it. Alright guys, so now that I have tried out all 4 corners of this palette, all 4 of the creator's colors, I can now give my final thoughts and review on this palette. So guys, honestly I have to say, I love the palette. Like, to this day, I don't think I have really found a palette except, do I even want to say, I didn't even post a review because I was kind of nervous to post a review of like not liking a product that people would be like upset with me or something, but the Alexis Stone Makeup Revolution palette, I couldn't stand it. Like I literally I didn't even post the video, I deleted it because it just was so bad. Like guys, that's the only palette to this day I've probably ever used that I just did not like at all. But anyway, on from that, this palette right here is amazing. Guys, you can see I customized this palette because I absolutely hate these things. These little plastic things are just the most annoying things in the world. I lose them, they fall out, just anything. I customized all my Morphe palettes so that the shade names are right underneath, so when I'm doing my tutorial, guys, I can just say the names and not have to flip back and forth like, is that the color? No, it's upside down. Is that it? No, it's sideways. Is that it? I hate these things. But anyway, guys, so everything is color-coded. Silver is Bianca, purple is Keely, Xthuyle, the person I bought this palette for. I absolutely love her to death. She is literally the reason I bought this palette. When I saw her put out her video that she was collabing with Morphe, I literally went and I had to get this palette. But I'm kind of upset, guys, because the eye look I did with these shades in this video, I'm not too happy with it. Like, it was the first time I ever used these shades, so I wasn't really, like, sure on, like, them. So I kind of started layering them over and over and over on top of each other, and it kind of, like, made this ugly brown color. Not really a big fan of it. It didn't come out horrible. I kind of tried to save it as much as I could. But obviously, if you're at this part, you've already seen it. So, these shimmer shades, though, guys, oh my god, they're gorgeous. I'm not gonna swipe these on me anywhere because the glitters are like so hard to get off. I put them on me yesterday when I did the first two top looks, and when I washed it off, my face was covered in glitter. This morning I had to scrub to get the glitter off. So anyway, but then these are all highlighters in the middle, and like, guys, when I say these highlighters are all blinding and freaking gorgeous, I mean it. So yeah, we will swatch these down the arm. Look at that, guys. They're so pretty. They're so like bright. I actually have on my face right now over here, I have this shade on. So yeah, it's really pretty, guys. Also, I was kind of like, the black has glitter if you look at it. See the glitter in it? But for some reason, when I put it on, you couldn't even see the glitter. See, I can see the glitter in it now, but I don't know, for some reason when I put it on my eye, I couldn't really see the glitters. But yeah, so guys, this palette is amazing. It has some really, really cool shades in it, like this little color down here called Insomniac is pretty cool. It's like a gold shade with like green reflexes in it. And then also Chaos reminds me so much of the shade from the Shane Dawson palette. This is kind of like a chocolatey brown, but like with some gold in it type. I don't know. Reminds me a lot of that color. But guys, it's just so many pretty shades in this palette. Like, honestly, I have to say, like, I completely 100% recommend this palette, guys. You should totally go pick it up. Honestly, I've had no problems. Like, all of these shades, except these. Why do I keep pointing it to the wrong eye? Because in the camera, it looks like it's this eye, but it's this eye. But anyway, so guys, the green and the yellow, I did have a bit of a trouble, like, blending together. But I mean, like, they're both in neon colors, so I knew I probably would have some trouble trying to get them to blend. And they're very chalky, that I can say. But let's swatch this pink, because I didn't even dip into that. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty bright, too. What about the red? Yeah, that's still pretty bright. Guys, I'm horrible at swatches, so ignore it. But, guys, yeah, so if you have made it this far, guys, then obviously you enjoyed the video. So if you're not subscribed, then what are you waiting for, guys? Click that subscribe button. It's not going to click itself. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon so you can get notified every time I post a new video like this one, where I have these crazy different eyes for the whole video. But guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Leave a comment down below letting me know if you like these kind of videos, if you would want me to do some more videos where I do like 2 different looks, so one eye this one eye another look, or if you would want me to do like multiple looks but only one look at a time type thing. Just whatever you guys want. I'm here to keep you guys happy, and I love doing it, so it doesn't matter to me. Go ahead and make sure you please share this video. It means so much to me when you guys share my video, because I know you guys are enjoying them, and it gets me more views, it gives me more subscribers, and it just helps the channel grow. So please guys, share this video for me. It helps me out so much, and I really hope you enjoyed today's video. This is the first time I ever did a voiceover, so I have no clue how it's going to come out, and I'm super nervous to do it, but hopefully by the time it's done and this video is uploaded, it's not too bad, and you guys actually liked this video. So if you did like it, leave me a big thumbs up so I know that you guys thought I did a good job on the voiceover. So anyway guys, if you are still here watching, I hope you guys enjoyed this video so much. Have a great night, and I love you all.